Hey guys, Kevin here to bring you a new video today. Today I'm going to be talking about the next edition in this month's Horror October. Today I'm going to be talking about a film that I saw, which was unique, to say the least. Candyman, the original Candyman from 1992, with Virginia Madsen and Tony Todd. This film was pretty interesting. I'd say it was unique, I guess, eh, but part of my lazy appearance, just a little tired today. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. It didn't have like a ton of like horror elements like scattered throughout it, but it still made for like an enjoyable movie about like the investigation into this Candyman until this woman finally meets the Candyman. At first, like it just seemed like this like legend where like you if you say it 5 times, it'll the Candyman will appear behind you. But then it became like a little bit more than that, where like he eventually like starts haunting this person, because she was like investigating him, and it gets pretty creepy with like how like he talks to her, because like he's basically like a voice like creeping inside of her head and like putting in these like weird images in her head, I guess somehow, and like I don't even know, just doing all this weird shit to her to fuck with her basically is what they're doing. The Candyman was played by Tony Todd, who played the role pretty well, I'd say, of a guy who who basically lives on from this legend that he was a guy who had his hand cut off and he was stung by bees to death, and that's how he came to be. And I guess somehow he lives on. I don't know how, but yeah, he just like lives on and just continues like fucking with people, I guess, or doing some crazy shit to people. Um, but yeah, it gets pretty gruesome, I'd say, with like the different stuff they show with like his nasty hook, and it's like impaled into his hand, and it's like all gross looking with all this blood and stuff. And yeah, like I don't know, it gets pretty creepy with like how this guy like talks to this girl, and this girl is like this person who's like doing her thesis on like this Candyman whole like legend or origin. She wants to like find out more about it, so she starts looking into it, and then that kind of causes her to be like lured into this trap with a Candyman. And for some reason, the Candyman didn't want to kill her necessarily, and then he keeps killing like other people around her for whatever reason, but not her because he wants her for something, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why that was, and I'm not sure exactly how it works with how he lives when he was literally killed. Like some things like many things in horror movies you just can't question it, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. He's just like this immortal guy, and like I guess at one point they show he has like a rib cage. It's all like just like showing. So he's like I don't even know, like already dead. I guess I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Either way, yeah, it's pretty scary. Some definitely good horror elements with like the score and how it was shot, and the setting that was depicted as well, because there was like this place that he basically lived in this like sketchy apartment building, and like if you open this mirror for this medicine cabinet, you go inside, you go crawl through the medicine cabinet, and then that that makes it so you're in like the Candyman's lair, which is all like these like broken up walls and like weird lighting shit. Like they created like a pretty like wacky setting with it, and there's like paintings and stuff, and yeah, there's all sorts of like weird stuff going on with that. And Clive, interestingly enough, this was actually a novel by Clive Barker, who people proclaim as like the god of horror or something. Like, don't say that. He directed one film. He directed Hellraiser, and then he didn't direct anything else that was good. He wrote some novels, sure. He's definitely not Stephen King. Like, don't try to say he's like a god because he's not. But like, anyways, he didn't direct this film, but he was an executive producer. Like, wow, Clive Barker executive produced this movie. Wow, this movie must be amazing. Like, I don't people like I always like read about like things that have him involved in it, and it's just like, okay. I mean, is he the embodiment of Jesus Christ? I don't think so, but that's just my take. Um, you know, like when Hellraiser was advertised, they're like, Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Get his new take on this horror genre, but from this legend, or I don't know. It just seems like they're raising him up on a pedestal. Anyways, that's enough about that guy. Yeah. Anyways, good movie overall. Good performances from Tony Todd, who plays Candyman. Virginia Madsen, who plays this female protagonist who is doing like her investigation stuff. And yeah, a lot of the movie spends time. I think I might have said this, but a lot of the movie doesn't have a whole lot of like horror elements in it because most of the movie, I'd say like 75% of the movie focuses on like this woman, Helen, investigating the Candyman and just trying to figure out like what all the details are and like how far it goes back, and then she starts getting haunted by him like eventually. But I don't think it takes away from the film that much. With the Invitation, a film I also reviewed, like that didn't have like a ton of horror elements in it, and that made it like kind of boring for me. But like I feel like that's kind of different because like um, I don't know, it's just that just felt like more boring because like the fact that it was just them talking in a house, whereas this was like more of like a real story with like this woman and her friend. She had a friend too that she was traveling with, and investigating all this stuff, and she was going down this path trying to figure out things, and it was actually like interesting as opposed to just like a group of people in a house talking, like not being entertaining at all. I don't know, it's different, but yeah. No, it was good though. I wouldn't say it was like highly entertaining or highly enjoyable. I was definitely like pretty engaged to it, pretty fascinated by it. But I mean, it wasn't like wow, this is an amazing film. But it was solid, I'd say. Definitely some good use of horror elements with like the killings from the Candyman and the scenery and the score. Yeah, but yeah, overall I give this film. I'd say just an 8 out of 10. Just an 8. In the ending, like ending isn't the greatest, but um, I feel like the ending could have been different. I mean, it wasn't a bad ending per se, but it wasn't a great ending. I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence about it, but yeah. But yeah, that's my review. Either way, hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one for tomorrow's vid.